Okay, are you ready for a wild ride today? So, I don't know how many people have seen this video of Ryan Upchurch. So he recorded this video, released it anyway, Saturday night, March 30th. And he is just completely delusional in this video. It's hard to tell if he is either just really dumb or he's flat out just lying for no reason. But the fact that he's still following this Kylie Rodney thing just blows me away because that case has been closed. But let's see. I want you guys to making your own assumptions, but I'm going to show you receipts. I'm going to show you everything that he's lying about. And it's quite a bit. And so I don't care if you're an Upchurch fan or you're not. I mean, you're going to see some interesting information. And this did not take very long to put together. I mean, this information, I didn't follow the Kylie Rodney thing back when he did it months and months ago, but this one just got me thinking, so I just did a little bit of digging and I found all kinds of information to debunk everything he's saying. So anyway, let's watch the video and we'll see how it goes.
All right, so I'm gonna keep this simple. This Kylie Rodney case is not over with. It didn't even fucking end yet. First off, let's recognize this. There was 4 YouTubers attacking anybody who was looking into this. Apparently they don't know each other and didn't associate with each other before this Kylie Rodney case. And they were all working together to misconstrue everybody and attack anybody who was finding out any fucking thing at all. And it seemed like the whole goal of what they were doing was to protect this fat bitch. Now keep in mind, Zanime is the first motherfucker to have all this information about this party that nobody has information about. She's the only one who has it. But here's the problem with these fucking weird-ass YouTubers taking up for her and correlating this shit.
The funny thing is he's calling these people weird-ass YouTubers when he's doing the exact same thing that they are.
Is that she was blatantly fucking guilty looking right off the rip because she has 3 different stories about how she found out about this fucking party that happened, apparently.
She's got 3 identical stories, and you'll see that too.
And none of them match each other at all.
So
Yes,
this was
do.
at actual campground. But it was like right next to them, right next to their party.
Oh wow.
And they look like they're having so much fun. I want to be part of this.
Ryan notice there's no music at the top. And there was music playing. She'll explain that later. But this particular clip she's showing is not playing the audio.
Right?
Yeah.
Now look, this is specific. So you see how he laughed about wanting to be there and them both laughing about how they want to be there? Well, that guy, Tony Dodge, was there on his Facebook check-ins. That's probably why they're laughing, because they was there, acting like they weren't there. So on Tony Dodge's Facebook, on his GPS check-ins, guess what? He checked in somewhere on August 9th and August 11th. Do you know where that might be? Truckee. Where was Zanime during that time? Oh yeah, Truckee.
So, first of all, just to give you some backstory, I grew up in California, not too far from here, and Truckee is it's right in a spot where a lot of travelers stop. What I mean by that is it's on Interstate 80 in California, between Sacramento and the Nevada border. Anyway, a lot of people from California go to Lake Tahoe. You take I-80 or basically through Truckee to get to Lake Tahoe. Or if a lot of Californians go to Gamble, they go to Reno, which is just across the border in Nevada. But a lot of people stop in Truckee because it's one of the last places to get gas before you hit the mountains and you go over Donner Pass and all of that. So yeah, I mean, personally myself, I've stopped there I don't know how many times. So yeah, Truckee is traveled quite a bit, and a lot of people stop there quite a bit. It's kind of a pit stop if you're heading that direction to go do anything. So as far as Dana Mae, she said she was going up there to kayak a lake, which explains why she was there. The other guy, he was checked in twice, 2 days apart. Sounds like maybe he drove through to go somewhere and maybe came back a couple days later. I don't know. That part I don't know. I just know that it's a very well-traveled highway. Lots of people stop in Truckee. It's normal.
So my question is, why would you act like you're not there, but you are actually there?
So I took a video.
And it looks like a beautiful campground. No, it's gorgeous.
I think Ryan's referring to, he thinks they were there at this party or something, but this party was on the 6th, the day that she went missing. They were traveling through, this guy was traveling through on the 9th and the 11th. She was traveling through on the 12th. So full 6 days after this video is filmed, but Ryan seems to think that we're at this party or something, but they weren't.
Gorgeous.
Right? And it was right next to that.
Wow. So this is a place where families go to have a good time. It looks safe.
Exactly.
Looks like a safe place to be. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, the video or the weekend that she went missing.
And then, so this was Friday night.
Wow.
Sorry.
Bunch of kids out there having a good time. No, you don't.
There is a video that I have. There was a party right next to the party itself. I have a video of a Snapchat because I went to during the whole situation. I went on Snapchat and just kind of like, oh, let's see if anybody's posting stuff around this area. There was a video about this beautiful Hispanic party, and I don't remember, like, they were grilling the cactuses, but I really want to try them because they look so freaking delicious. But it was like literally right next to their party site. So I'm curious if any of those people actually saw anything that happened, or they heard anything, or that party was conjoined with the other party. Have you seen that? No.
No, I haven't. I was.
What was the beautiful Spanish party? I remember that quote and stuff. What was that about?
So it's a screen capture from an iPhone from a Snapchat. Mm-hmm. So what happened?
In all three versions, she found the Snapchat video of this party. She may describe it a little differently when she's asked about it, but Brian says she has 3 different versions of the story, but it sounds to me like it's 3 of the exact same stories about a Snapchat video.
Once I found out about this case, what I did, I went on Snapchat Maps, and I zoomed in around this area and then clicked, there's a little blue dot over there, and then clicked to see if there's any videos of the party or anything else. So that's all it is.
So pretty much she used Snapchat. So pretty much this fucking 40-year-old lady and her 40-year-old friends used Snapchat to find a teenage party? Why would you do that?
And the reason...
Why would they look for it? Because they were investigating it just like you. Internet sleuths, you know? That's what you're trying to be, Ryan. But you're not very good at it. But anyway, yeah, you try to make the assumption that these 40-year-olds are looking for a party with teenagers to go to. That's not the case.
And I did not release it because it had a person's name at the top, full first and last name, and I didn't feel right for me to actually release it because that's their personal information.
Anyway, when you say there was a Mexican party going on, how did you know there was a Mexican party going on?
Well, there was music, and it was a very cultural party.
I'm a local from the...
Again, he put that on the screen a second ago that said video had no music, and It's because she didn't play the audio.
Down. So I found something out, and I just want to curious how it works out to you. When you were there at that party, did anybody call 911 that night?
I was not at any party.
How do you know there was music there?
Snapchat. It's a video from Snapchat.
Okay, I don't know that. No, I was asking if her niece was the one that had sent her a Snapchat from the party, and she said that she heard the music. So I was curious on who sent it to her, or did 3 girls from a store in our town send it to you?
No one sent it to me. It's on the Snapchat open source maps, and I did a screen recording of the open source tool that is available on Snapchat.
Okay.
Details.
That's all. I mean, there's lots of other questions.
I mean, she said a bunch of times that her niece is 11. It's just like, it's kind of. Do you really feel the need to like keep? Do you think she's lying about that? And I'm asking genuinely because I'm trying to.
I know you were planning the trip, but is that a big thing for you to travel to?
It's 3 hours away.
Okay.
It's 3 hours away from here, and then I actually spent a night with my friend in Sacramento. So on the 12th, I spent there, and it's about an hour and a half away from Sacramento.
And how did you because you said that you didn't, and I'm going to ask you, you said you already had the plan to go kayaking there, but before August the 6th when Kylie disappeared, is that fair to say? Or do you just like the area, or how did you find about the area?
So Lake Tahoe area is very beautiful.
Okay.
And literally that lake is the only body of water I have not kayaked around that area.
So you're a kayaker. You love doing that.
See what I'm saying? So even though her story is so fucked, these individuals, even though it's fucked,
Her story seems normal to me. I don't know what your head is seeing.
they're trying to unfuck it for her. So now that that's established, what did Xana May keep telling everybody? You must call the police. Here's the number for the police. The police. Call the police. The police.
And that's what any sane person would do. If you had information, call the police.
Here's the thing about the fucking police. You gotta ask yourself this. Why is Nevada County and Placer County police separated from Truckee police the entire time? Well, the situation happened smack dab in the middle of Truckee. So how come the Truckee police are not talking on these press conferences? It's only...
So one thing you need to know, and we'll go over a map here. So first we have Nevada County on this map. You can see here, it's a pretty big county. And this border here is Nevada. You see Reno there. And you see Lake Tahoe here, big destinations along I-80 and right where Truckee is. And Truckee borders, it's in Nevada County, and Placer County is just below it. I'll show you here. This is Placer County. So it's just below Nevada County. The lake that all of this took place at is up here, the Prosser Creek Reservoir, which is just outside of Truckee a little ways. So it's not actually in Truckee city limits. So the Truckee Police Department did not have... They initially responded to the missing persons thing, but Nevada County, because it happened outside of city limits, so it became a county matter. Nevada County Sheriff's Department were the lead investigators in the case. So, and what do they do with a missing persons report? You start at the point where she went missing, and you fan out in a certain area. I don't know, so many miles outward. I don't know how far they searched, but I'm guessing it was a radius of that went into Placer County down this way. That's why Placer County was involved. But to be clear, Nevada County was the lead investigating agency in this investigation.
Only Nevada County and Placer County. Well, I find it pretty weird that Nevada County and Placer County are the only ones in these press conferences, right? That appear to know anything. But when this apparent car was found, who's the only cop car that was there? The one that's not involved with these press conferences. A Truckee cop car.
So, Ryan is basing that off of this screen capture from a Bay Area News NBC thing. So he put a screen capture of a lake with a Truckee police vehicle, saying this is the only vehicle that showed up. Ryan, I'm afraid that's not the way it works. I guarantee you, if this is an actual picture of the scene, which it may not be, this may be a stock photo for all we know. But if it is, I guarantee you, Placer County and Nevada County for sure are on the scene there. And from what I read after they found the car and the body, the FBI was there as well. But you seem to think that this picture proves that only Truckee Police Department showed up. That's very far-fetched. Okay.
So I went to Google Earth and I was like, you know what? Nevada County Police and Placer County Police are being weird. I'm going to look up their police department. You can't find it on Google Earth. You go to Placer County Police Department, it's nothing but a fucking admin center and a road depot.
This is the fun part. So he's looking up Placer County Sheriff's Department. That's what he's trying to find. And this is what he finds. What does that say? Sheriff's Department.
Notice the informational sign says the Sheriff's Department is down the street somewhere. The only thing that's pointing up that road is the road depot, so it's not a police department.
Okay, so he said it's not a police department. So let's take a look. That was Placer County. So let's back out here and I'll come out and we'll even go out farther. So he claims that was Placer County Sheriff Department and there's nothing there. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. First of all, this is Auburn. It's a city that's not too far from right here on Interstate 80. If you were to keep going, you will hit Truckee way up here. Where's it at? Right there. So let's go back down to Auburn, which is in Placer County. This is where the Placer County Sheriff's Office is. And just to show you, he thinks that there is no Placer County Sheriff's Office for some reason, and he has one Google result, or Google Maps result, that he looked up, and I don't know what he looked for, because he obviously didn't know what he was looking for, because he missed the gigantic building that sits on this corner, right here. This gigantic building. Let's go in and take a look. What does this say? County of Placer. Auburn Justice Center. So, for the County of Placer, what's in this building? The sheriff, the coroner, the marshal, the DA, and the juvenile probation department. So all of that is in this big building. It's a big justice center, they call it. And to show that it's real here, I mean, you can even see here, Placer County Sheriff. There you go. So this looks like their main office. Okay. Got that established. Let's go to where Ryan was showing you, where there was supposedly nothing there, a road department because of the arrows. What was he looking at? So Placer County Admin Center consists of all of these departments, right? To the left, Sheriff's Department, left, Superior Court, left is District Attorney. Going forward is the road department. And that's all he wanted to point out. He failed to do this. What he failed to show you is this is looking up that Burton Creek Drive. Okay. So there's nothing there, he says. When you go to the left, like the arrow says, what do you see here? Placer County Sheriff's Office, North Lake Tahoe. Actually, now that I think about it, when he showed that, that's exactly what he searched for. So this is where the county jail is. County sheriff's office. I mean, it's all over. The district attorney's office, small claims court, sheriff's records. I mean, this is all hidden by trees, so he conveniently leaves out the fact that it's sitting right there in that big building. But this is more like a satellite. This is the North Lake Tahoe office, basically. So a lot further away. And just to give you a bit of scale here, there's Lake Tahoe. And we can show you where, if you go all the way up here to get where the other office was, you have to come all the way back down here. Here's Auburn. That's where their main Placer County Sheriff's Office was, I showed you. And Lake Tahoe, the other office here. I mean, that is a extremely long drive away, and Truckey's here. I mean, from Auburn to Truckee is over an hour drive. So, anyway, that debunks his little thing about Placer County. Let's listen in where he goes into Nevada County. He found a parking lot and chose to show whatever this full circled sign is. It looks like it says garden or something on it. I have no clue what he's looking at there. And then this is the funniest part, because the sign tells you exactly what is right there. Wayne Brown Correctional Facility. It's basically the sheriff's office jail for that county. So it's a correctional facility. If you look at it, there's no doors, there's no balconies. It's a correctional facility, right? Let's see what Ryan says it is.
All right, so Nevada County Sheriff Department appears to be a housing complex with no cop cars at all whatsoever.
It's a correctional facility. They don't have cop cars normally. Maybe a van or a bus to transport prisoners, but yeah, correctional officers work inside the jail, not outside. So,
just random cars and kayaks. So, on Google Earth, in front of Nevada County Sheriff Department, there's another Nevada County Sheriff Department. But when you click on that one's also not a police department at all.
I believe it is.
It's just a dingy little hut with SPU on it. Don't even say police or nothing. So I looked up what SPU even means in abbreviation form. Everything that I found doesn't involve police departments at all.
This is brilliant detective work right here.
So SPU means a spot to pick up something, or it's a series of information used to communicate. Who's communicating? So
now let's look at Nevada County, because oh my gosh, I can't believe he is either flat out lying, like I said before, or one of the dumbest people ever, because he has no investigative skills whatsoever. He's got some wild fantasy going on playing in his head, because let me show you this. So you've got Truckee right here. Let's go to Nevada County Sheriff's Office, which Truckee, granted, is a small community. So don't think this is going to be a big fancy building, because like Auburn is a lot bigger for Placer County. But anyway, let's take a look. Here's Nevada County Government Center, Nevada County Sheriff's Office. Let's take a look from the front. So what do we have here? Not that one. Let's go this way a little bit. There we go. What does that say? Nevada County Sheriff's Office. So that is their office. That would explain the big antennas, because they would need it for communications. But this is one Nevada County Sheriff's Office. But let's address the other area where Ryan was looking. So now you see two. This is the area where Ryan was looking. So first we'll go here. And what do we find where he was looking here? The county jail. That's what the sign was pointing towards, was the county jail. Now let's go to the other one. Oh, and you've got this building here. Let's see if we can. Oh, this is the other one. So it's right across from the other one. So the correctional facility over here, the county jail. Nevada County Sheriff's Building here. Big building, right? That's normal, which he didn't show you from the road. He just showed you a sign that didn't lead you anywhere. So then we've got this one, which you'll recognize from his picture. The dingy little building with the Nevada County SPU. Couple things to notice here is, look at those big fences around this place. It's not a tiny place by any means. It's got not a huge building, but you can see arches. Oh, maybe there's other buildings within here. There's vehicles, of course. You'll understand why when I tell you what this place is. But you notice the barbed wire on all the fences, with extremely high fences with stuff to block out so you can't see in. And this actually tells you what it is, but it's hard to read until I tell you what it is. So let's look here. This is Nevada County, or Nevada courts, Nevada County courts. So we got Nevada County Grand Jury periodically inspects evidence handling unit, blah blah blah, evidence management of the Nevada County Sheriff's Property Unit, SPU. So that's Nevada County Sheriff's Property Unit, SPU, Sheriff's Property Unit. So let's go back to the picture. Sheriff's Property Unit. This actually says Nevada County Sheriff's Property Unit. You can read it. I mean, it's blurry a little bit, but yeah, that says exactly what it is. So yes, that belongs to the Sheriff's Department. So there's plenty of evidence that there is a Nevada County Sheriff's Department. We've established that. Ryan seems to think these places don't exist. So let's move on to his next wild idea.
So pause, think about this. Zanime is saying call the police, call the police, call the police. She's given the same number as the Nevada and Placer County sheriffs are given at their press conferences, right?
Yes, and let's pause here. You'll see this young lady who's given a press conference talking about this and giving the tip line.
Okay, well, look at this spokesperson, self-proclaimed on the bottom of the screen as the sheriff. What is her name?
And she did not label this, although she is speaking. The television, or whoever put this video out, just labeled her Placer Sheriff. She works for the Sheriff's Department, or Sheriff's, yeah, she's part of the Sheriff's Department. Anyway, Angela Musalam. He's going to go off on this girl and show you some weird pictures. I'll explain who she is after he does.
Good afternoon. My name is Angela Musalam.
So let me get this straight. You're the fucking sheriff of this police department.
No, she's not.
No one can find to exist. And Zanime is telling everybody to call the police, giving the same number. And y'all have pictures together?
These pictures were debunked by Ryan's own video.
So this Angela Musalam lady who knows Zanime is the police, right?
So let's look into who she is real quick. Angela Musalam. So during the time of this investigation, she was the Placer County Sheriff's Office PIO, Public Information Officer. That's why she was giving the updates. She's the Public Information Officer for the Placer County Sheriff's Office, right? She is no longer doing that. So if you look her up now, this is what you're going to see. Now, she's a communications director for Senator Marie Alvarado Gil. So she's a communications director for a senator in California. So she basically moved up. So she got a new job. She's working for a senator now. That's huge. Good for her. But according to Ryan, he thinks she's some made-up person in some made-up police department that's friends with that other girl, Zanime, that he keeps talking about, and that she's in these pictures. But Ryan's going to disprove this for us in just a second.
Well, that's what I thought.
So, what are we looking at? Okay, let's make this full screen. So, that's her. That's her pictures. This is a girl. It looks similar to her. It's not her. Ryan was posting all kinds of pictures of her alongside this picture saying it's the same person. And he was talking to the Placer Sheriff's Department, saying just gonna leave this here, and same thing, just gonna leave this here, with a bunch of pictures. And I don't know what else was said because Ryan conveniently leaves out a lot of details, but I'm sure he had some stupid shit to say to these people. They responded back, "This is not our PIO. Please take the photos down immediately." Because he was claiming this person and these pictures and probably a bunch of other ones were this person, the actual public information officer at the time. So yeah, he's disproving it himself because the Placer Sheriff business chat, I don't know what platform that's on, but yeah, he pretty much disproved his own theory.
So now this lady who's been with the Placer and Nevada County Police all week doing press conferences saying she's the police. Now that police station...
Now he's saying the police station exists. And that they're saying she doesn't work for them.
That I can't find no information about is saying she's not the police. So what kind of thinking or what is wrong in your head right now, Ryan? Okay. First, you're saying this police department doesn't exist and that this girl is masquerading. Now you're saying the police department is telling you the police department doesn't exist, mind you, is telling you that she is not their public information officer, or the pictures you're sending are not. So it's a tangled mess in your head. You just tried to prove that there is no Placer County Sheriff's Office. Then you're trying to say you talked to them over this chat, but they don't exist. So which is it? Anyway, moving on. Anime, what are you doing? You telling people to call the police that is not the police. It's really your friend that you have pictures with? Well, no wonder y'all...
So now he's trying to turn all of this around and blame it on this Zanime chick who's just a YouTuber who's into investigating crimes on the internet.
I don't want anybody to look into this shit because it is 20 kinds of fucked. By the way, this case never fucking ended, by the way.
He just said this 20 ways kind of fucked That's kind of what's going on in your head. And I hope everybody out there, I hope the ones I'm talking to, the ones that are actually listening, can see this.
You want to see the actual fucking chain of events? So here's the chain of actual events. August 6th, Kylie goes missing. August 7th, the mom is on internet TV. August 8th, some YouTube detectives come along. August 9th, a vast search from the actual Truckee police happens. By the way, they don't find anything in the lake or any evidence of any fucking party at all. Then,
there's a reason for that, and I'll explain that in a minute.
On the 10th, the press conference comes from Nevada and Placer County. By the way, Placer, Nevada was never involved in the search. There is 0 pictures of them searching or looking for anything.
So, Ryan, when police are in the middle of an investigation, they don't film everything or let film crews film them throughout the entire investigation. So just because you don't have a video of it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
August 15th, the search dies down from Truckee because they're like, what the fuck is going on here? August 20th, the same day that the Truckee police are like, hey, the search is going to die down, AWP shows up.
Okay, this is a good place to stop here, okay? And let's look at a couple of things. So first we'll explain AWP showed up, he said. So that's Adventures with Purpose is who that is. It's a group of guys, a specialty search and recovery dive team. They use sonar, very sophisticated sonar, actually more sophisticated than the police department has. So that's who they are. That's who he's talking about there. But to address his point about law enforcement conducting a search. So this was released by, or this was one of their pressers. They one of the sheriffs talked about the lake was extensively searched with side sonar with an ROV, which is a remote operated vehicle. It's basically like a little boat that floats around. They drive around, and it has side sonar on it. They had divers and they had swimmers. So, and then he continues on. I think that's part of what we're going to have to go back to do and debrief when peace officers are out in the field and volunteers and searchers. It doesn't mean they're experts in the field. These are sometimes ancillary duties and or calling from other agencies to try to jump in, and tracking underwater is an extremely difficult thing to do. So what they're saying is, even though they had a type of sonar, they were not able to locate anything in the water, and they had swimmers searching places they thought maybe would have been they would search in obvious places. Well, anyway, so what they're saying, what Ryan was saying, is that they checked the entire lake and never found anything. Okay, well, that's true. They just didn't have the equipment or the manpower to do it, or the know-how to do it, and that's what they're explaining here. Okay, so let's move on to Ryan's next point about AWP and see what he says.
The next day, AWP finds the body in 35 minutes, and they confirm that it's her on Facebook at 2:30. How can you confirm it? You're not a coroner. You're not a fucking cop. You're not...
Basically, they visually saw her in the vehicle, and they also positively identified the vehicle by its license plate. And you can see here also, so they released this Adventures with Purpose. They just found Kylie Rodney. And so what they did was, as soon as they found the vehicle underwater and came up, and the diver said it's definitely her, they called the girl's father and grandfather, who showed up to the lake within minutes, they said. And then they also notified law enforcement. The family members beat them there. Law enforcement showed up. Ryan claims that only Truckee police showed up, but no, it was both county sheriffs and the FBI also showed up. So Ryan, according to Ryan's math here, at 2:30 p.m. is when these divers found it, not when the police department found it. So the police department have gotten a call saying that her body may have been found. So there is no confirmation that it is her from the police department. This is important because at 2:30 there's no confirmation from the police department that she's been found, other than these guys claiming that she's been found. So
you're a YouTuber. So when AWP finds this body at 2:30, it takes a fucking hour for Nevada police to be like, oh yeah, we're aware of the information. And Nevada County Police claims they're sending officers. Officers are on the way. The officers from fucking Nevada County never show up. There's only Truckee police trucks there. There ain't no placer.
Again, he's going off of that one news clip with one truck in it. So he actually did not see the entire crime scene. And I don't know if I call it a crime scene, but just a scene where her vehicle was.
There ain't no fucking Nevada. There's 0 of those. So, August 21st, AWP finds the body. They're like, yep, it's her. We know. We're the feds. Even though they're not. Then Nevada says they're sending people that never fucking showed up. Then on August 22nd, the Truckee police still refuse to say it's this alleged body that's called Kylie Rodney. On the same day, Nevada claims on Facebook that the car was found last night. They say last night. They don't say during the day when it was actually found, when the sun is out. They say last night. Now, Nevada County investigators and police, how the fuck do you mix up nighttime and daytime, you goofy fuck? And then
because this is how it works. By the time they got there, so 2:30, independent divers find her vehicle with the body. By the time Sheriff's Department gets there, they can't see the vehicle or the body. They have to get their dive teams out. They've got to get tow trucks out. They've got to dive down, see what it is. They've got to get cables hooked up, get it drug out of the water, and I guarantee you by the time they got that vehicle out of the water, now they can say, okay, we found this vehicle. Guaranteed it was in the evening. Even if it was just after 5 o'clock, they would still say last night. But I guarantee you it was nighttime when the police could claim that they actually found something. So Ryan's claims of not knowing daytime between night and day, whatever. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. He's just nitpicking on stupid shit.
Last but not least, August 23rd was the last press conference. Nevada said they're staying in contact with the parents. Why ain't Truckee in contact with the parents? And why?
Truckee's not in contact with the parents because Nevada County Sheriff's Department is the lead investigators in this investigation.
Why the fuck is Truckee the only police force that was even there?
They weren't.
The people holding this fucking mysterious press conference was nowhere to be found. And this timeline all ends with Truckee police never saying if it was actually her. Which fits perfect because there ain't no fucking information saying this person is fucking real. 0. You know what
Okay, 0. Let's look at this. So they said that they notified the family. This is from, again, Adventures with Purpose. They're on the scene. FBI and Nevada County Sheriff's Office are also on the scene, investigating. They explained she disappeared without a trace. They confirmed that they found... Authorities confirm a body was found at Prosser Reservoir after being alerted by a search group. So they're confirming they found somebody. So we go here. What does the headline say? Law enforcement confirms Kylie Rodney found in Prosser Creek Reservoir. He was saying that they never found her, never did anything, but she was found Sunday afternoon, Prosser Creek Reservoir. It's been confirmed to be the remains of 16-year-old Kylie Rodney. Simple, right? And they said Tuesday they announced an autopsy that was conducted identified the decedent as Rodney. So, Placer County Sheriff's Office, Nevada County Sheriff's Office are in communications with Kylie's family and offer their deepest condolences. This is where Ryan's claiming, why isn't Truckee in contact with, or whatever? Why isn't Truckee around? Where are these guys? I mean, he's just got these different entities just mixed up like crazy in his head. So, and at this time, it's an ongoing investigation. They don't know the cause of death at this particular article, at the time of this article. So they had to wait for toxicology. Toxicology results should be available in 4 to 6 weeks, blah, blah, blah. And then it determined that the cause of death. So if you want to know the entire autopsy, 6-page autopsy of Truckee teen Kylie Rodney says there was no evidence of external or internal injuries. She went missing on August 6th and was found 2 weeks later by a private dive team 55 feet offshore from where she was last seen at a party of hundreds of young people. It also indicated she was found in the rear cargo compartment of her submerged 2013 Honda CRV. The position she was in, all this, she was fully clothed, what she was wearing, what type of, she had bracelets on her right wrist. This goes into detail on every little thing she was wearing. And except for one sneaker being off her left foot, the clothing appears relatively normal in position. So, yeah, there was no evidence of head trauma or sexual assault, and body scans didn't show any internal injuries, according to the coroner. Toxicology report showed positive results for nicotine, caffeine, and delta-9 THC. It's molecule in marijuana. According to the autopsy, there was no alcohol. They believed there was a little bit of blood alcohol, but that was produced by the body after death. So the death of Kylie Rodney was basically ruled an accidental drowning with no signs of foul play. So, that pretty much ends it. I know that they are keeping lines open just in case people come forward with more knowledge of how she got into the lake. They do know that she went into the lake alone. She tried to escape the vehicle and could not, and drowned. There's nobody knows why she drove into the lake or how. But Ryan seems to know everything. He says none of this exists. None of these people really exist. It's just a made up story. But it's all been corroborated. And Ryan's going to go on to now say that she doesn't, no proof of her existence still. Yet he's going to blame these YouTubers here in a few minutes for her death, which makes no sense. And she's not been found. Yes, she has been found. We've established that. So let's see what the last couple of minutes he has to say here.
I think it is. I think these motherfuckers are selling foreign kids that have no documentation, which is why there's no information on them. I think they're giving them bullshit names, and I think they're communicating with each other using Google Maps and some weird fucking terminology for when these kids escape and they have to go find them, so they use...
Is that not the craziest, most just out there explanation you have ever heard in your life? Because what he just said is something that comes from a mind that is not thinking straight, period. He's got just something extremely, I don't know how he got from this case of a kid at a party that went missing turning into what he just said. I mean, let's play that back one more time.
Information saying this person is fucking real. Zero.
Right
You
here.
know what I think it is? I think these motherfuckers are selling foreign kids that have no documentation, which is why there's no information on them. I think they're giving them bullshit names, and I think they're communicating with each other using Google Maps and some weird fucking terminology for when these kids escape and they have to go find them. So they use fake police departments online to be like, oh, we're doing a search, y'all. Hey, we're searching. Then all the weirdos that know this language see it, they get online, they look, and they go search and find this shit, which is why it's this weird fucking community thing going on that no one understands.
Can you say crazy? Because, like, I have never heard anybody say something like that in my life. So fucking far out there. Anyway, keep going, Ryan.
So you know what I would say? I'd say focus on Icked Mail. I'd say focus on Zanime. I'd say focus on Tony Dodge. And I'd say focus on Popcorn Planet, because all you motherfuckers are weird and tried to cut.
So they're weird. So why would you focus on them if Kylie Rodney's not been found and no proof she even exists? So why would you focus on people? Like, everything you say contradicts the last thing you said. And you are definitely a psycho.
Cover this shit up, even though it's blatantly obvious when you lay it out that it's all fucking bullshit. And if it
Oh my gosh. And he thinks this is blatantly obvious.
is all bullshit, why y'all trying to cover it up so bad? What function do you got going on that involves this? What are you selling? What kind of money are you making? Because all you motherfuckers don't make all this money off your YouTube account. Your YouTube account fucking sucks. Y'all don't get any views hardly at all. So how are you making all this money?
Now he's
unless you're selling
insulting
something
them
that no one knows about?
while
Bitch.
blaming them.
Zanime, your YouTube channel consists of you doing not a fucking thing but watching what everyone else is saying. Icked Mail, you sit on your fucking computer watching the most boring police chases that are filmed by KCRA3 news channel that Angela Musalam used to work for, by the way. Tony Dodge, you stay up all night in front of a fucking green screen. You've never been outside of that green screen on your shit. You get 0 views, and you have all these people that come on your channel to talk about what? Missing kids and who is finding out what? Popcorn Planet, what the fuck do, you fat bitch? You don't do nothing either. You sit around complaining that people are looking into missing kids cases. You're all fucking suspect as fuck. And
they're all fucking weird, and what does that make you? Does anybody else get the feeling that Ryan has completely lost it?
I'm looking. And I encourage everyone else who watches this video, don't even go say nothing to them. Just watch them. And look and see what they do.
So that was the end of it. But let me know what you think. Do you think Ryan's completely lost it? Do you think anything Ryan said in this video is remotely true? I've got questions. Do you guys have answers? Creek Squad? Anybody else? Any of Ryan's fans? Any of his used to be fans? I used to be a fan of his. But yeah, ever since he went off the deep end, I just can't. So anyway, let me know what you think. The sad part of this whole thing, one last final thing. The sad part is if you look through these comments, there's over 2,700 comments in this. It's been viewed 74,000 times. And 2,700 comments, I guarantee you 50% of these comments are from his Creek Squad people believing everything that he is saying. And that's the messed up part. Because you've got him infecting people with this disease he's got. There's the only conclusion you can draw from this is he is either really stupid or he's just blatantly lying to everybody, including his fans. Which is it? Either way, do you treat your fans by lying to them? I mean, is that how you want to treat your fans? Just lie to them about everything? Make stuff up? Or are you just stupid and making them go along with, and they go along with everything you say just because you're a pseudo celebrity that has a lot of followers and they're not so smart as well and they just follow everything you say? Anyway, I'm rambling on. I'll get off of here. You guys tell me what you think. Is Ryan crazy? Is Ryan gonna end up in a loony bin? Or does Ryan actually believe all of this stuff? And do you, as his fans, do you believe all of this stuff? I'll leave it at that. I'm out.